This is what we had picked up last night. Look at how pretty that is. Now, all jokes aside, this is how Slinkies should be loaded. On a 2-inch there. Now, what you could do is go through, up, over, and through again. That's another way. But this has never failed me. In a lot of places you can't get on the trailer, so that makes life a lot easier. You always want to make sure you have your X and that the straps themselves are flat the whole way around. You'll see that on every single one of mine. It's probably windy out here too. Can't hear shit. But let's get these unstrapped. Just look at that. More of that to come after I eat. We got a lot to discuss. So now that food is done, let's get on to the pressing matters as far as trucking goes. 2021, I feel, is going to be a phenomenal year. Don't know why. 2020 last year, if you take away all the bad shit that happened for everybody, as far as trucking and rates go, other than whenever the pandemic first hit, they kind of, halted everything. But after that, freight picked up. And I mean, even on the flatbed side, I get as far as, driving is concerned with toilet paper and food trucks and reefers. I'm sure they all did, far more better than, the flatbedders did. But just in general, all freight across the board, for some reason, during 2020, did quite well. It was a pretty solid, stout year. Minus, the first month or two whenever the pandemic hit and things got a little weird. So 2021, my prediction is going to be, it's going to be the year of freight. I don't know why, I just have this feeling. Maybe I'm just, for once, glass half full type of guy. Normally, it's never the case. If you know me, you know why that's never the case. But I just think, I'm not real sure. I just have a gut feeling that says that this is going to be a very profitable year, especially for owner-operators and any small company owner. I just think it's going to be a very good revenue year. Even up until the end of last year. So normally right before Christmas, everyone knows it gets very, very slow. So the last 2 weeks, I came home Wednesday. So the day before Christmas Eve, I got home that evening. And then I was done. The 2 weeks prior to that were some of the best weeks I had all year. I mean, I was doing basically almost, well, I can't say all year, but for that point in time, I did almost $6,000 each of those weeks. Not carrying, just kind of just going with the rhythm. Wherever there's a load, it can go somewhere right before Christmas, fine, I'll take it. Flatbeds, it just gets slow for us. Even whenever I was doing fill-in work for FedEx years ago, those 2 weeks, even with all, what they were shipping, I was back, they had all of Amazon stuff. It kind of slowed down at that point 2 weeks before Christmas because everyone already had their big orders, shipped in already. Everything was delivered to people for the most part. Stores got well stocked. Most of the rush happens before Black Friday and then right after to restock to finish out what's going on before Christmas hits. So even for, 2020 being everything, shopping online and everything like that, because no one wants to go to stores or stores weren't open or stupid hours, whatever, freight was still good. So that kind of just led me to believe, I'm thinking, 2021 might start off pretty good, but then might fall off. I'm not sure. As far as this year goes, I started back on the 5th. So, I'm only, on my second week out per se of 2021. And a short hops are really paying right now. 250 mile runs are paying, $1,000 to $1,300-$1,400. And, as far as, rate per mile, it's great. if you don't have too many hiccups in between, you know, you can fire them off. You know, you're basically setting yourself up. If you can do $1,000 a week or $1,000 a day, you know, for 5-6 days straight, you know, you're up there pretty good, and you're not putting a ton of miles on, so you're not killing the truck, you're not racking up maintenance. You know, just the cost of doing business is lower while the rates are higher. So right off the bat, to me in 2021, that's a good start. If you can maintain that, that's great, because normally I'm like the, you know, 400 to 600 mile range. That was usually seen to be the sweet spot where I made most of my money, as far as, you know, rate per mile and not putting a ton of wear and tear. So now that we can get into lower miles with the same rates of, you know, what 400 mile loads we're going for, if we can maintain that through, you know, all of 2021, or at least majority of it, that's going to be a high revenue type of year. So it's very early to, you know, tell how things are going to go. You know, we're really only the second week into 2021. Besides all the other crazy shit that's going on, I'm just focusing on freight and making money. So as it's looking right now, 2021 is going to be the year of freight. It's going to be a lot of revenue to be made. Now is probably the time, as weird as it is, it's kind of just like stock market, anything else. Buy when the market's down. So the economy seems like it's going to crash again. Everything's going bad and everything else. If you're comfortable and you have, you know, a cushion set aside, right now is the time to get into trucking, especially if you were on the fence of going on or off, or even lease purchase or anything like that. Give it a shot. I think this year is going to be the year for that. So that's it for my little, you know, look into my... Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I have the worst luck on Earth, so don't take my advice from it. This is just my opinion, flat out. But you know, if you are, you know, all jokes aside from my luck and everything, if you are on the fence of wanting to become potentially an owner-operator, and you've done your research, you've been in the industry long enough to get how it works, now would probably be a good time. This would be the year to probably get into it, because no matter what, it's going to be a recession-free type business. You're going to have downfalls. There's going to be a lot of people that go out of business on bad years. There's going to be, you know, a lot of things that can happen. You know, one major insurance claim can completely wipe somebody out. You know, this is a high-risk industry, but, you know, just like anything else, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So I guess that's my little take on 2021 and my motivational speech. Not very motivational. But get out there and go trucking, okay? Go make some money. This is, you know, my, you know, per se intro video to 2021. I think it's going to be a good one. Year, not video-wise. I know the video sucks, but the year is going to be good. I think the revenue is going to be good. For me personally, got into another truck, so you know what? Knock on wood. She's been pretty solid. Keep me out of the shop, unlike the Peterbilt. So that's all that matters to me. I'm just going to keep pounding the pavement, go make some money. I'll see you guys on the next video.